Hello everyone, Von Marie here and welcome to the Cat Scrappiness YouTube channel. So here are the products that I am using for my card today, and let's make a 3D pop-up box. Yes. So I am using a lot of new products here, and I do have a couple older here. So like this 3D box, it's been in the Cat Scrappiness store, but it is new to me, and you get those inserts there. And I do end up pulling those apart so that I could use them on my scraps of pattern paper. This is a wonderful paper pack. It's the magical Quokka paper pack, and it is new and I just love it. And I try and use a lot of different pieces. I do use some of my scraps as well so that I can paper piece this 3D box, and I am using some gray heavyweight for my, just to make it a little more sturdy, but you don't have to because this paper is really strong. So, and it would probably be better to mail off with pattern paper than how I did it with strong cardstock. But I am probably going to be placing one of these pop-up boxes in my craft room because I think it's fun and cute, and we'll see, maybe I will mail another one out as this is the second one that I'm making, so we'll see. And I do have some pieces that were too long because I didn't cut on the line like I should have. But it ends up working out, and I cut them later, and you really can't tell that I cut anything because you have the inserts that cover everything. So that's why I love this die. And so it's just really fun. And there's also some add-ons to this pop-up box, and so next I am cutting out the background. This is the Four Houses background die, and I'm using those two pieces that come with it to add on to your buildings. And I am trying to cut so that it is another layer on my box, and I'm just popping out the windows. You can add yellow for those windows. That would be cute. I did add some yellow on one of my cards, I believe. And I'm going to be using my paper trimmer to be cutting my layer here to make my background a little bit smaller so that it's not too large on my pop-up box. And I will layer it with that insert. And so I'm going to be using some Distress Oxide ink. I believe this is Scorched Timber, and I'm using my glitter blending brush, and I'm just adding a little bit of texture to look like it's more of a building. And I'm not sure it really adds, you can really tell too much when I glue it to my box, but I had fun ink blending it, so if you look up close maybe you can tell more. And so I'm just using some Copic markers here, and I'm just adding some color to add on to my buildings, or maybe these would be schools. And you can pop out all those little, they're like little rectangles, but I did leave some in. And so I use that tool to pop out some of them. That is a nice tool to own, and I will have all of what I used in the details and in the product supply bar, which you can click and it will take you directly to the Cat Scrappiness store. And I do have my affiliate links as well, and that helps me out as well, so I appreciate it. And so I will have all those listed. And so I'm just adding all my inserts. There is like a large one, a medium, and a small. And I did use some score tape, and then I didn't feel like my score tape was strong enough, so I do add some liquid glue just to reinforce it. and make sure that my box stays together and doesn't come apart, because that would be awful if it came apart. So I am glad that I noticed that problem, and there is also a tutorial on this pop-up box. So when you click on the product, you will see that video, which is another way to help you put this box together, although it's really easy. And so I'm just going to be adding my layers, and it's easier to add one side at a time, so make sure it sticks there, and then you can add the other side. And I thought it was easy to add ephemera this time, so I am going to be using the magical Quokka ephemera, which is new, and I thought that was really fun for this card. You can use the stamped images, and I am having a lot of fun with those as well. So I'm going to use this flying by, well, not flying by, but flying Quokka, and then I'm going to be using the owl here. I do cut him off, but I think I'll be able to use this Quokka again, so no harm there. At least I didn't cut a stamp, right? So I am going to be using that owl where my sentiment is going to be, and these are the simple sentiments that I use, and then the coordinating die. And then so I am going to be gluing all my ephemera, and it was easy to put them in my triangle tray there, and that way I have all my pieces ready to go. And I knew which pieces because this is my second card. And my sentiment just says stopping by to say, but there is a flying by to say as well. I believe it's from the Reindeer Games stamp set, so I will try and put that in the product supply bar. And so I love all these pattern papers, so fun. And next I will glue my L. And so after I place my ephemera, the next thing I do is use some embellishments, and I do use the School of Wizardry, and that's a sprinkle mix, and I use some lightning bolts from it, so it's always fun to add a little something extra. So, and I love how this box card came together. I love how it stands up. I love how it folds to put in an A2 envelope. And I love that there's enough room for a message in the back as well. So I highly recommend this die, and of course the magical Quokka collection as well. So always fun to use Quokkas. They're awesome. And just adding my last pieces here, and here is that flying ball that I glued to the hoops, and then here is the potion. So everything's just moved just a tad from my first box, which is okay. And now I can keep one and mail one out. So look how cute. I love it. And here's where you'll put your message. And next I will add my embellishments. And then I will share both of my cards. And I'd love to see what you make. We all would. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group, join it and share your projects. It's always exciting to see when you use cat scrappiness. So thank you for joining me today and have a wonderful day.